So 2024 was a wild ride. I had a lot of downs and a lot of high ups. So this year I learned a lot, and I brought you 3 points that I learned this year throughout my highs and my lows and in betweens as well, that made me change my perspective on life and also on my career and on my path and my goals as well. So moving into 2025, I will bring these three mindset shifts, mindset changes with me so I can ensure that my life has bigger impact in this world. I can basically change the world to a little bit more better, to a little bit more positive, and than I found it, which is hard because if you think about it, the world is not going to like change because of one person. But I know if I can just change one person and that person changes another person, then it's kind of like a domino. At the end, it makes like a big, huge bump, like into like it denses a lot if you think about it. And with that being said, I want to get into the first point. So the first point is invest into quality. Because this year I started this brand new channel that you're watching this video on, the István Editing channel. And right before starting this channel, I actually bought this microphone. This microphone was a very expensive purchase. And I think it cost me like $700 with the microphone arm, with the cables, the interface, the cloud booster, which is basically just makes the microphone a little bit louder. And it happened right before a big career shift in my life. So it was definitely a scary purchase per se. I will tell you why I do not regret buying this microphone. It's because I know that this microphone has a much greater purpose than just being, looking good on camera. Because this microphone assures whatever conversation I have on calls or on Zoom or on YouTube, that it happens in the most convenient and the most impactful way possible. So this microphone is essentially helping me to provide the best quality of conversations. So essentially you already have the content that you talk about, the words, the communication and the communication skills, the hand gestures and all that stuff. And this microphone is actually just to help you have a better quality. So when you say something meaningful, impactful, that it amplifies it and it says or delivers it in the highest quality possible. So it is not only what it's being said, but how it's being said. So if I would have a bad microphone and it would have noises in the background, then you guys would not care about what I'm saying. This is my point basically. When I was a kid, I got my first laptop. I played Minecraft at like 20 frames per second, and basically my first microphone was a USB microphone, which was like a little stick, and it looked like one of those airport conversation microphones where they press the button and they talk into that microphone, or when you have those in the grocery or the supermarket, when they call out people, they press that button and there's like this little stick microphone and there's like this little tub where you talk into. So this was my first microphone, and then I invested into a better one, just like $40 microphone, and this is how I talked to people online. And then I got my Rode NT-USB, and I had that mic up until this year, and I switched from that mic into the Shure SM7B. Because when I was gaming, I saw all these YouTubers having this mic, and I wanted to have one because I know how amazing they sound. So I invested into these, and I do not regret it. It is because this makes you also stand out a bit more when you have these shown on screen. What do I mean by that? It's when people have expensive microphones like that versus if they have like these little pin microphones that they have on their sweatshirts pinned, then of course it's convenient, of course it delivers a sound that is understandable, and it's also some sort of high quality. But this mic stands out from that. Why? Now, not only because it looks premium, but also because it's expensive. So what I mean by that is subconsciously you already think about, when you see this mic, okay, this dude is some sort of professional, otherwise he would not buy this microphone. He is also an expert in his field, probably if he's making content about a topic and he's making content with this microphone about the topic. So he must be some sort of expert, because no one who is not making content would buy this microphone probably just for Zoom meetings. Okay, I can assure you the MacBook microphone is good enough for Zoom meetings, and even your phone microphone, or even like a $30 microphone from Amazon. It's probably good enough to take those meetings. But if you have these in your videos, that makes you kind of like a content creator and some sort of expert, because you know what you talk about if you have this microphone. Otherwise, you would not invest into this content. And this was also the goal. At least this is what I see when I see these microphones. This is what I subconsciously think, or now consciously think, when I see these microphones on YouTube. It's like whatever videos I see about business, crypto, or even if it's something completely boring like process and workflows. If someone is in that niche, even that gives me kind of proof that he is some sort of an expert. And of course, it depends on what he is saying in the video, but this microphone is definitely, I would say, on a materialistic and in a subconscious level, it definitely makes you stand out more before someone in his bedroom with a hoodie on is talking to you about making money with editing videos. So it definitely makes sense. That's what I'm trying to say. And it definitely increases the quality of every piece of content if you use this microphone. And it's also one thing that I invested into, which I just got delivered last week, Monday. It was this light, this camera, and the lens that you watching me through. And also just a teleprompter or a bunch of stuff that I need to record the videos on. So I thought a lot about investing into a camera the past couple of months, and I did not kind of make the step to buy a camera. First, it's not only because I do not know anything about cameras, but also because they bring a bit more complication to all the process. Before that, I used to have my phone and I plugged it in with an USB-C cable like this into the laptop, and I had them seamlessly connected within the Apple ecosystem, and I just recorded it with OBS. Now it is good, but it is not exceptional. It does not make you stand out. And with the rise with all these raw content on YouTube, it is not really something that I would say, proud about. So don't get me wrong, you can deliver the same value with a phone camera and a phone microphone to the viewers. But see it this way. What if you could deliver a really good content, like a really good value basically, and also deliver really good quality to the viewers? So it is mind-blowing. I just watched back the very first podcast episode that I recorded just shortly, and it looks so amazing, the quality of the camera, and I just love watching it. It's not because I'm on the video, and it is because just the quality is so crisp, it's so clear. Something about 4K cameras, just a 4K image quality is just so clean to me, at least. And I know instantly if someone has a 4K camera that he is also some sort of expert and he knows what he's talking about. He's investing into his content. He wants to bring quality to the people. And this is someone who I want to be. Because think about it, you invest into the quality, you post really good videos, you help a lot of people, you give a lot of value to them, and which we'll come to in the second point as well. But before that, you share all this good value, and you have also good quality, and then so the results are basically you get a lot of views, a lot of good feedback, and you can also have videos on your channel which you're proud about. And I watched back the videos that I recorded with my iPhone camera, then I am not particularly proud of my videos. But now when I watch this quality of my camera, I want to show it to everyone, how good and crisp it looks. Not only because it's kind of new to me, but it's also because it just feels so professional. It feels so clean and so much better, I would say. At least this is something for me. And you don't need this expensive gear if you want to start making content. Pardon me if I make you feel like that way, but you have all you need with this little device here. Yeah, we will also talk about in a podcast episode about what these devices do wrong for you and how to use these devices the best way possible. So these phones as an editor, I just had this thought about we should definitely make an episode about that, because that would tremendously increase your life quality and also your work quality probably as well. So that I will definitely make an episode about that. Let me just write that down. And also one thing that I invested into last year actually was my M2 Max laptop. So this is a 16-inch MacBook, what I use to edit videos, to travel, to create content, and everything is on this laptop basically. Of course, everything is backed up with with these hard drives, which is also invest into quality. But these are from last year, so I'm not talking about per se these. I just want to mention this real quick because I invested into this laptop, and many would say like, wow, you spend like thousands of dollars on a laptop, and I wish I could do that. And yeah, before that, I was really thinking about getting a PC actually. Like a gaming PC so I can game and just fall back into this habit of gaming and all that stuff. Don't get me wrong, it's nothing bad, but I just wanted to achieve a lot more than just mediocre results, mediocre life quality. And for that, I have to ditch gaming, like kind of like a bad habit. You have to ditch that and try the best to avoid that. And if I get a gaming PC, then it's not like ditching it. It's like kind of like helping it to be even more near a like gaming experience. Like if I get a MacBook, it's like far less, the MacBook is far less built for gaming. Right now it's getting better and better for gaming, but it is actually built to be worked on, to create really high quality videos, to make the most impact in the video editing space, to help video editors. This is the impact that this laptop creates, basically helps me to create through this laptop. So this is why I invested into this laptop as well, before even knowing this, that I want to help video editors succeed. And before I created the community and all that stuff, I invested into this laptop to create amazing videos, to have a more efficient workflow as well, to have more faster workflow, and also render times. Everything just was so much smoother once I bought this laptop. And yeah, so I can definitely recommend to get a laptop once you invest into a really, really good high quality MacBook. That's what I can recommend to you. Like an M3, M4 Max, even the M2 and M1 Max laptops are the best because they have a video encoder in them. And yeah, so this is my point. Like I invest into quality because I know the impact it creates for other people and the value it gives. So this is one thing I learned this year, is like I really want to grow this channel and help 100 editors at least in the next year, 2025, to succeed. So for that, I created also this exclusive community, which is called the Video Editing Elite. If you want to join, you can check it out. I stand behind that community with my name. So if it was bad, I would just hurt my reputation, because I teach you in that community how to go from 0 income per month for like literally just a small monthly fee. I will teach you how to get to 1K per month, 2K per month, or 5K per month. Because yeah, this is what I achieved in 6 months after starting editing. 5K per month. It was a big goal of mine. I achieved that really, really fast compared to like most people go to college for that. They finish college in like 3, 4, 5 years even. I'm not even sure about that. I haven't been in a college. Yeah, this is insane how much editing can earn you if you have the right processes, if you have the right clients. And I will teach you how to get those right clients, how to build the right processes, and also how to become a really good editor. So this is why I stand behind this product with my name. If you want to check it out, feel free. It's linked down below. First link down below. So the second point, which was a big mindset shift that I had this year, was focus on giving value. So what is value? So if you edit a video that is, of course, work that you put in, but what is the value that the client is getting? Or if I record this video, I'm talking to a camera and I like want to make YouTube AdSense or whatever, which is not the goal, by the way. I don't earn AdSense on these videos. It's just as an example. But the goal here is not to earn AdSense with this video. The goal is to give value to the people. So maybe they are missing one piece of thinking to piece all these puzzles together into one piece. So maybe they're just missing one piece. So, and in this video, you can give them this piece indirectly and they can piece it together so they have like a more clarity view on what they want to do or how they should think. And these videos you can only create when you focus on value first. So when I created this video, for example, I thought about, well, what did I learn this year, of course, but how can I make sure that the people can learn also from my learnings as well. So this is why I placed it this way, is like invest into quality. I want you to invest into quality. If you want to make content, invest into good gear from time to time, upgrade your gear. Microphone is super cool. Getting a camera is really good, and getting a good MacBook, for example, for editing. A lot of hard drives as well. If you want to be safe, and also get these SSDs if you want to have the best quality in storage. And I want to encourage people to invest into quality and not, buy a cheap hard drive, buy a cheap PC, buy, a cheap microphone, because it will get you through it. Of course, don't get me wrong. It is better than nothing, but if you buy and invest into quality, the money will come back to you 100 times, like thousands of times, like 10x. The money will come back amplified if you are actually sticking to it, and when you use what you invest into it for a good way. So definitely invest into quality, and with this focus on giving value, I want you to focus also on giving value. But how do you actually do that? Like this is like so essential, I think, nowadays, especially with all the raw videos, with all the people who want to sell you something that is not really valuable, that does not bring you forward in life. I think right now especially you have to think about what people want and what people suffer from, what problems do people have, and how you can come in and help those people and solve that problem. If you help your client edit, by editing the videos, what do you help them with? You help with the quality, you help with the engagement, you help with basically make them look more branded, you make them basically just stand out on YouTube more so they can get more views, so people can find them easier when they get more views, and they can help more people. They can get more sales on their products, they can get more sales on their courses, whatever it is. You have to figure it out what you actually help the client with, and then you sell them basically the service or the problem solving, if that makes sense. So when I created this exclusive community, I thought about, okay, what problems do video editors have? What do they suffer from? What problems do they actually keeps them up at night? And I actually did not have any clue, because I have solved those problems and I kind of forgot about them, that people have them. So I had to go back to the trenches and I had to research on what video editors actually lack. So what is the problem that they are dealing with? And what I found is the mindset that they deal with. Some are entitled. They think they deserve all the money in the world, even if they don't deliver any value to the client, or just little to no value, or whatever it is. They have all these limiting beliefs. They have not clear goals, so it's kind of they're just running around like a headless chicken, kind of like that. And this is all the issues that I had to fix for myself as well, and I know how to fix for other people as well. And I had a student of mine. He came to me when he was at $400, and now he's making $2,000 per month. But first we had to figure out the goals, and then after that we were focusing on getting clients, and simultaneously we were focusing on basically improving the editing and how to improve the editing as well, getting feedback to the editing style as well. And it is actually not like a witchcraft or whatever it is. It is not impossible to be successful as an editor, because if you want to have that success, it's you just need the right framework. You need to work through the right framework, building a good mindset, then of course getting clients, how to get clients, then how to fill those clients, and then how to edit like top tier video editors. This is what we teach in the Video Editing Elite, by the way. And I had to think about like, what do editors actually need? Like, are they actually editing bad? So I looked at, the average editor, and I was kind of like shocked, like how low the quality bar was for those edits. And I saw like million things, little things that we could improve like ASAP and make that video look super, super clean and super good instead of what it looked like before. So this is why I was going back to drawing board. I had to research all these things what to include in the Video Editing Elite. I got also courses and I watched through them, and I saw like what we actually need to add into the Video Editing Elite. And now slowly but surely it is, of course, when you see this video, it is done. But right now when I'm recording this, it is still a lot to work on. But when you are seeing this very video, it is already done, and you can join today and get all the secrets, all the 4-step framework that you need to become successful. And don't get me the wrong way, I don't want you in that community if you are not committed to invest in yourself. If you think you get this for free or whatever, just go back and try to figure it out on yourself. I don't want any people who are entitled to think like, I want everything for free. I will teach you exact ways how to become successful, how to make your first 1, 2, or 5K per month. If you think it is not worth your money to invest into it, then of course that's fair enough. Good for you if you have figured it out. Then I hope you're successful with it. But if you actually want to invest in yourself, if you actually want to be successful in life, then of course go ahead, join the community. I stand it, as I said, with my name. I get full refund for it. And as I said, I had to go back to trenches and think about what value I give to editors. And now, of course, it's all coming good together. I know what topics I want to make videos about, because I got a lot of good feedback on my previous videos, which is like, thank you guys, super, super helpful. Like, what editing videos should I make, what tutorials, or what exactly in the video helped them, what they did not know about, what mindset shift I could, add to the people as well. It's like all these little tips and tricks that I gave to the people as well, subconscious, like I didn't even think consciously about that people don't know these tricks. But thinking back now, I knew that I did not know about these tricks as well when I started out. So I learned by doing it, but you can learn by just watching these videos and just implementing it. So, or just joining the community and just getting through all the 4-step framework. So for me, it was literally so easy to think about like, okay, this is how I do it, this is why I do it. But other people were like suffering from not knowing, because how should they know? It's like so many information out there on YouTube about editing videos and editing styles and all that stuff. But they don't know they are lacking something as well, because they don't get good feedback. This is also what we have in the Editing Elite. So I made sure to think about what actually editors like fail in, or what are they suffering in. So this perspective shift helped me to actually create something that is like such a big value. It's like a 10x value for the money. So, but I would have not created this. I would have not knew what to do if I did not have this mindset shift. And also now in life, I think there is much more to life than chasing money and chasing all these materialistic things. Of course, you want to have cool stuff and all these things, and besides what you want to invest into quality and all that stuff, you want to spend your money on other things like clothing or house or you're helping your family, whatever it is. And of course, there's more to life as well, which is point number 3. But before that, as I said, I think now my life has the focus on life, or what I want to achieve in life, has now shifted a little bit. My goals has a bit shifted as well throughout this realization on giving value. So in life, I want to give now more value back to the people, rather than more value that I want to receive from the people. I don't want to receive all your money. Like, I could have priced my community at like $1,500 per month or whatever. Like, it would have still been too low to price that at. Like, the value is just insane. It's like you have like 100x the value that you get, like if not 1000x the value that you get from joining that community in the long run. So I really had this dilemma where where I was like, how much should I price this at? I don't want to make this too accessible for everyone, but on the other hand, I want to give as much value as possible to as many people as possible. But I know when I upload like all the modules to YouTube, people are just gonna look at it like, okay, this is again just another video. It's like, well, I click on it, maybe I save it for later, and they just never watch it. But if you invest into yourself, you're committed. You are actually investing into yourself. Like, you are exactly doing what I want you to do. Is like, I want you to succeed. So just the first step is like investing in yourself. So I was like, wow, I need those people in. I want to help 100 editors, and I want to help all these people, but I don't want to underprice myself. So this is why I came up with the price like $49 for the first couple members, and after that I will just increase the price so we don't have low quality members in that community. I want everyone to have a chance. Like, as I said, the first 20 members get like $49 per month. So once those join, I will increase the price. So I want to reward people being fast and making good decisions. And I also want that high quality people join actually the community. And if I want to just make money or whatever and not focusing on giving value, I would have just priced at 1K or 2K, because the value that I give in that community is far exceeding that, even like 2 or 3x that price tag, basically, even just 5x that price tag. But I'm glad that I did not decide to do that. I literally just want people to have the chance, join in first, see it for themselves, even just like for 1 month. You get so much value in this first month of joining that community that you would probably not get from most videos on YouTube. So yeah, it is literally insane. You can literally just change your whole career and your life in that 30 days that you join this community. And this is exactly what I want to create. It is the value that I want to give to editors. And I thought a lot about this. But I know that most people are scared to invest in themselves. But if you're even just scared to, have that little price tag paid and just try it out, you get, of course, a whole money back guarantee. If you're just actually scared to give that money to people because you're scared you cannot spend it on something else, then I don't want you in that community. Quite frankly, I just don't want you to have in there. I want the people who are ready to take on the challenges in life, ready to work through challenges with the 4-step framework that I talked about, and get successful, become successful editor. It's literally that simple, I think, because I focused on showing literally the most easiest way to succeed with editing videos in 2024, 2025, whenever we post this video. I mentioned the community a lot, and I'm not sure if this sounds like a salesperson, whatever, trying to sell you something. This video is not about that. This video is built from this perspective because in the last couple months, I literally just locked myself in the house, in a room, and I was working on that community. I was working on these course modules for the past couple months, and now finally it's coming together really, really well, and I'm super happy about presenting it to video editors online, and I stand behind it with my name. And pardon if this sounds repetitive and all that. It is literally just one big thing that I was working on this year, and that I decided to work on this year at the beginning of the year. This is why I started planning on what content should come into the Video Editing Elite, and now it's finally coming good together. And it's not because there is no other things that I learned. It's just the one thing that I recently did that is always in my mind, just thinking about this community all the time. What value can I give to more people? What did I learn from editing today that I can actually share with those people in the community or on YouTube? It's always, if you look at life at this way, if you don't look at yourself like, how much can I earn? How much can I add to my bank account balance? How much can I make from this client? But how much value can I give to this client? How much value can I give to people? How much value can I give to my family? Whatever it is, then you will have such a happier life, I would say. Since I think this way, I think a lot differently about things. And also I think people have this mindset way too late in their life. They're focusing on the wrong things, and they're focusing always on themselves. This is why their life is kind of like getting depressed. And this is also one good segment way to the third point as well. It's God will help you and guide you. And it could also translated into focus on God. And this is also one big topic, and I just don't want that people get bored or whatever. I just want to scratch a little bit of my thinking surface and my conclusions about this topic as much as possible, so it's like easy to understand as possible, because it's I'm not the best at this topic, and it's a journey for me where I'm still at like level 1 at this journey. Because around 2 years ago, I had I would say a rough like season in my life. I was I don't want to get too much into that. I was not like how should I say, depressed or whatever. I just had like a couple of issues, and there was like once and it was like this one event in my life that I had a lot of like I was scared from this event. So I had to go to the doctor, and they had to investigate something in my belly. And for that, they knock you out, and they have to put in a camera basically from here up down to your belly. So they have to literally just investigate like what is going on in your belly and all that stuff. You cannot eat before that. And I was super scared from this. I literally thought I would not come out there alive. Like I don't know why, but I talked it into myself somehow. And I was like, whatever comes after this day, if I survive this day, then it will be great. And because I did not prepare anything after that, and I didn't want to, because if I do not make it out alive, which was the thing that I was thinking, which was the mindset that I had, because the mindset I had was I will not make this out. So I was not really planning anything after that. So I was like, let this event pass, let this doctor's appointment pass, and if I survive this, then I will go from there. So the day comes, and hungry, I go to the doctor, and they lay me down on that mattress, whatever it is, the investigation mattress, whatever it is, where you lay on at the doctor's office. And I counted 3, and it's like the lights went out. And I come back to myself, and later they tell me that they literally had to pump that stuff that knocks you out. I'm not sure what medicine it is, but literally they just pump it into you, and it knocks you out for like 30 minutes. They literally had to ingest that like 3 times, because I was so panicking in my sleep. I was so knocked out, but I still had this subconscious thing of me thinking like I'm dying or whatever, and I was panicking. So it knocked me out like an elephant. And then later on I came to myself, and then later I woke up, and then just I think like an hour later or whatever, I woke up, and I was super. It's like if you were taking drugs or something. I did not take like any hard drugs, whatever, but I can just think about like this is how it feels. It's like super weird if you're like floating. That's the feeling that you get afterwards when you wake up. But yeah, essentially I woke up and it was all fine. I was just a little bit floating, I was like so careless at that moment because of the medicine that they gave me. And then we went out from the doctor's office. I could walk, of course, and we went into the city, and I asked my mom if we could pass by the bookstore. And we waited. They opened up, and there were like 2 or 3 books. I think like 3 books that I found that day. And one of them was How to Stop Worrying and Start Living. And that book itself is like kind of like a guide on how to stop worrying. And I think at that day, it sounds super, super weird, but I think that day God wanted me to read that book, like buy the book and then just read it. And then that book was in German, of course, but it was written super, super easy to understand. Like if you have problems focusing at books, maybe it's just because you lack on understanding what the book is saying. It's like written so complex. So I had not this issue with this book. It was super easy to read. I was really literally up at nights and reading it. And it was like 300 or 400 pages. I'm not sure about that. And essentially it's a book by Dale Carnegie, who also wrote How to Get Friends and Influence People. And this book essentially told me that how you can actually stop worrying, of course, but how you can actually achieve that. It was not essentially per se all the points that stick to me, of course, but it was more on the connection, and also the reference with God and Jesus that he was mentioning in the book as well. And from that day on, when I started reading this book and reading about these, I started kind of like trusting God more with my problems. And I also started with praying more to God as well. And from that point on in my life, I had so little panics. From that point on, I'm not even sure if I had a panic attack before, because just like 4 or 5 years ago, I used to have like panic attacks. I was constantly worrying and all that stuff, and there was no reason for that. And from that point on, I had no big anxiety because of that perspective change. And it literally just helped me to trust God with my issues and also get more near God and understand some of the concept that how you can basically just have a better life. It sounds really egoistic right now from my perspective, like just saying it that way. But this is the first thing that in that season, after that doctor's appointment, after during reading these books, that I realized that is the perspective that I had. And just a couple months later, I told it in the podcast, recent podcast, which you can check out after this video. I told you that I moved back to Hungary in a little town, literally in the middle of nowhere, and no friends, no job opportunities, kind of like a new isolated, like if you just enter a new isolated world with people who are not thinking the same way as you do. And the one thing that actually, I would say, helped me with my success was literally just trusting God and praying every single day, because that thing actually helped me to get through all these isolated time in my life, where all that time where I was, working up, I was up at late night, and it just helped me through that journey, basically, on becoming a successful editor, on becoming a better person, on basically building myself up. I think it was maybe if I would go back with the same knowledge, I would do it differently. I would focus more on God now. But at that time, I was basically just finding like my journey. But now I kind of have a more clear look at my journey because of these realizations. And I'm pretty sure that God helped me get these realizations, so I can now sit here and also help other people get these realizations. So the ultimate point here is that when I trusted God that He will help me, and I prayed for it, and I trusted it, I put all my worries and limiting beliefs and all that stuff that hold me back, that kept me up at night, or that would have maybe destroyed me inside. When I put that in front of His feet and told Him, like, hey, these are all my worries, please help me with this. I will let you take care of it. I will not worry about these because you take care of it. I'm weak and I want your help to give me strength to battle these things. I want you to give me the strength, basically, to fight these battles. And this is when I grew basically the most, and I also basically felt really good, and I felt confident, and I also had just no worries at all. Like, I literally had like so little worries about things that I usually, like, most people like worrying about a lot, like, or get anxiety, get like panic attacks, and it's like such a there's like no word for it. It's just such a blessing, I would say. Okay. And also with guiding you, when I started out editing last year, it was in 2023, it was pretty much me not knowing where I want to go, like whatever just came my way, I tried it, and sometimes I failed at it. And I always ask God, hey God, if you want me to be successful at this, then please help me with this. And then sometimes it did not work. And I was like, okay, well, but I will still not give up or whatever. I will try. And I just ask God to give me more opportunities and help me with the opportunities that He wants me to take, or that He wants me to succeed at. And then led me to work with a channel with over 1 million subscribers, and I learned like a lot about editing, about the craft, about what looks good, what does not look good. And it's like, again, He helped me to get on that journey, to get me on that path, or help me with that opportunity. Because it wasn't just one like application or whatever that got me that. It was all the stuff that he led me through before, all the failures, all the successes. And now I can sit here because all of failures and successes this year and last year, and even when I was at 1 years old. So I know I talked a lot about last year, but what about this year? So this year was more of a battle with me because there's like all these materialistic things that, and all these, I would say, humanly desired things that everyone has inside of them. And these things keep you on this earth. But what if the earth is not your ultimate goal? Like you can, of course, succeed at life here on earth, but it's just like a limited time. You have maybe like 50 to maybe like 100, maybe like 200, even like 300 years. It's such a little time that you spend on this earth. Like what is my ultimate goal? Like, is it to be successful on earth, or is it to, focus on eternal life, focus on building a connection with God, focus on helping other people build a better connection with God? And actually, a student of mine, we chatted a lot about God and how I deal with issues and negativities. We just not just chat about video editing. And I was happy when he had moved out in his first apartment because of editing videos. But I was so much more happy when he told me that he had this issue with the old apartment. And most people would be like full of anxiety, like, okay, where do I go if I get thrown out or whatever? I can go nowhere, or there's like all these issues. And he told me that he was actually praying to God and he had zero anxiety with moving, and he fully trusted God or something that sort. I cannot recall the exact words, but he told me like he was praying, and it just made my day. I literally don't like, I don't care, like he could have gotten like the most luxurious apartment, but this, when I heard that, I had like such a big smile on my face, and I felt so happy for him. And it was just such a good feeling because I know that, of course, he can have his apartment, and I can visit him in his apartment. Maybe he lives a bit far away, but I can visit him and all that stuff. But how beautiful would it be if we would be neighbors in heaven? As like a line that I heard last year, and I love that line. It's like, all the people that you love, that you care for, what if they would be your neighbors in heaven and forever? It's like such a beautiful concept, I think. And I think what most people, with me included, suffer from is like being disconnected from their creator, from God, and not trusting God, and even not just knowing like where to go to get that information, to get that connection. And yeah, for me, I'm super blessed to have like a family that is believing in God and helping me with all my questions that I have. I just want to spoil a little bit. I want to make a big podcast episode about that in the very near future, where we talk about God, and then I can just basically get all your questions answered. So because I am just so limited with the knowledge that I have about the Bible, about God, about Jesus, and it's one thing that I want to improve on next year and even this year still. So bear with me if I'm talking a little bit in hints or clues. I have still not everything figured out in life, and this is where I just learn a couple things in life and I give it to the people. So basically, also my ultimate goal is also to get baptized, maybe in next year sometimes. I'm not sure if I can make it this year, but and then just focus on just helping people get more near God, because it's like so important. This is literally the most important thing in life, I think, and it would be so beautiful if anyone could achieve peace, achieve like blessings just by watching content, just getting more near God or building a better connection with God. I think the most important thing, and it gets so neglected because of materialistic things. And I made the decision that to get baptized this year, even when I I did not give it too much, I would say, time to get these things in place, get all these things in place, because I was also deluded by all these materialistic goals or by career goals. But as I said, it's where are you heading in life? Why are you heading there? Like, are you heading to success? But the success will only get you so far. It's only a couple of years on earth. So I don't want to take it away from you. I want to make you successful so you can also help other people get successful or help other people with your success. It's just, where are you heading in life and why are you heading there? So I found my answers for that questions in God. So yeah, these are the 3 things that I learned this year. First is invest into quality. So wherever you are in life, if you can invest into a better quality, then do it. It will come back to you. It's not like you spend it and you lose that money. Invest into the quality, and maybe even if it's just one dude or just one guy or just one human being that you can, improve that life from just by investing into better quality, it already makes sense. Like the value is already coming back for that for like thousands of times, like 10,000 times. So the second one is focusing on giving value instead of just asking for value. So when I started focusing on giving value to people, my whole perspectives changed, my whole life philosophies also just changed as well. So I can also just ensure you to try it out for yourself in editing or also in life. Like, how can I give more value to this person? How can I give more value to my clients? How can I communicate my value properly? What do they actually suffer from? What problems do they have? And how can I just come in and just help them with that? It doesn't have to be perfect. It does just have to give them more value. And yeah, just try it out for yourself. Like, ask yourself this, put yourself into the perspective of your client, of your friend, or of other human beings that you want to give value to. What do you actually need? Like, what is the thing? And how can you come in and help them? And then third one is God will help you and guide you, or also just focus on God. It is, of course, the third point, but it's the most important point, I think. So yeah, whenever someone has a question about that, you can just reach out to me about these things, and I can just give you a better explanation about these things, give you more resources or guidance to that. Of course, you can join the Discord, and you can join the Video Editing Elite community as well, where we can have you have instant one-on-one access. You can ask me anything about editing videos, and I'll help you to become successful in editing videos. And there's a lot coming to 2025 on this channel. It's going to be the most successful year ever on this channel, because I'm going to deliver the most amount of value on this channel as you've never seen before on other channels on YouTube. So stay tuned for that. But with that being said, these are the 3 things that I learned this year. And if you want to check out my whole workflow process, I made a whole podcast about every single step about my workflow. Check it out. There's something somewhere on the screen. Click on that, watch that. It will improve your editing workflow 100 times if you follow that process. With that being said, if you learn anything new, like the video, and subscribe to the channel if you actually want to receive more value, if you want to learn more about editing videos and become a better editor. And let me know in the comments down below what you learned this year, or what mindset shifts or realizations you had this year. I'm super stunned to read those comments. I read every single comment. And with that being said, God bless you, and I will see you in the next one.